chat here with James Green of the Oak Hill Red Devils. Big game in your debut on the defensive line, James. 9.5 tackles for a loss of yards, 16 tackles overall. Just talk about that, your game overall up at Nicholas County on Friday night.
It was a great game. They had good linemen and everything like that, but they're just not fast enough. Fast.
Not many people at your size could play defensive tackle just because of the overwhelming weight that you give away on any possession. How do you do that, and how do you make up for having that lack of size to go up against guys like that?
It's just size doesn't really matter. It's all about the skill, and like if you keep working on stuff, like doing the rip movement and stuff like that, just simple stuff, you'll get better at it, and they can't really do nothing about it.
So technique and speed are two of the things that help you in that aspect.
Yes, sir.
When did they first tell you were going to play defensive tackle? I don't know if you have any experience there before, but how'd that come about?
The week of the game, I started practicing tackle, and during middle school, I played a bunch of nose guard, and I just got really good at it.
So this is something that you've done before, so you knew all about how to play, maybe had some experience with that technique. And you were telling me an interesting story about how you learned to tackle. Go through that again, if you will. How you learned to tackle and be the kind of tackler that you are on this team.
I'd have my cousin at my house roll a tire. It wasn't a big tire or anything, and I'd just go and wrap it up. And if I overrun it, I have to grab it or something like that. Just tackling it.
Did you find that tackling the tire was akin to tackling a person? I think it's the same thing as tackling a player.
I think it'd be the same because people got two legs and the tire got a hole in it, so you want to try to grab their leg or their body.
You also are a track guy, and Coach Gorby was telling me that he asked you if you'd run the 800, and after your first experience, you said you loved that race. Not too many people say that they like the 800 because it is probably the most grueling race in all of track. What did you like about that race? It's 2 laps running hard basically around the football field.
Yeah, I like showing people that running 1 lap isn't that hard, but when you have to full sprint 2, it's a lot harder than people think. And I like showing how fast I am and I can run far.
Is there any similarities between running an 800 and how grueling it is, and playing a football quarter or football game? I would imagine the fourth quarter it would be similar, like because you're kind of getting gassed by that point.
Yeah, you work on your breathing and stuff during the 800. Help you keep your breath throughout the football game.
If you could name a position on the football, they said, what do you want to do, James? You pick anything you want, and it's gonna be your position. What would it be?
I'd say running back, but I like the D-line more than any other position on defense.
Is there a reason for that? Is it because of the aggressiveness you can show, or?
Yeah, and I can get more tackles in the backfield than playing safety. Being back there half the time you're watching the game and you don't really get any tackles.
You're a sophomore. You played some varsity last year, so you have a little experience at this level. Was there any time you could tell on Friday night when they were getting a little annoyed that you were able to get in the backfield so much, kind of live in the backfield?
They started to chop block me and stuff like that, and they were getting real mad. You could tell because one of the plays, I got pushed in the back and then he jumped on top of me and started grabbing around my neck and everything. So he was pretty mad.
Do you encounter that some? Because you're not the biggest guy on the field. I mean, it must be, when a guy's twice as big, it must be a little bit exhausting to try to keep up with you when you're, like I said, living in the backfield.
Yeah, I get it. A little guy like me playing defensive line, and you're 300-some pounds, and I'm getting past you every time. I think it'd be annoying.
And they're a very good team, and a senior team, and you guys were able to come home with the win, going on the road to even a tougher test this week. Do you think people might have slept on the team coming into the season a little bit? You think, you guys lost a lot, the whole line. You lost Leonard Farrow, Braxton, a lot of good guys on this team gone. Do you think people were asleep on Oak Hill a little bit?
Yeah, just all the big players went, and we had 70-some players last year. Now we got 35, and small AAA team, I wouldn't really think much of it either myself.
How excited are you for a chance to play a team like Independence that played for a state title last year? Now, it's even a step up in line play over there because those guys are all like 3-year starters. How excited are you for that challenge?
I'm excited. I want to see if I could do as good as I did last game against a higher challenge.
Let's see if you were knowing what was going. Did you know how many tackles for loss you had? When did you find out?
I found out after like 2 days after the game. Actually, today, I actually found out that people were voting for me for Player of the Week.
Did that shock you?
Yeah.
Well, it was well deserved. With 9.5 tackles for a loss and 16 total tackles, definitely it was earned. Do you have much background in Oak Hill football? Do you know much about it? Did you follow it growing up?
Yeah, I played all through Little League, and I played 7th and 8th grade year. I've played football for Oak Hill for all my life.
So you're from over here, and you grew up on Red Devil football. Who were some of the guys you looked up to? I think that's a Pharaoh number, wasn't it? 17. Did he wear that at one time?
Pretty sure Leonard Farrar only wore number 8.
It was Tiamo Shelton. That's who it was.
Yeah, I played with Tiamo a little bit during Little League, but
Right.
I don't remember much.
Okay. Hey, great job on Friday, James, and good luck this Friday. Appreciate your time, man.
You're welcome.